So today we are going to take a look into the Disney After Hours event here at Walt Disney World, and this one took place in the ever so popular Hollywood Studios Park. So let's take a gander at how the event went overall through my perspective. We'll chat a little bit about it afterwards. Hey y'all, here at Disney After Hours, Hollywood Studios. One of the cool things about tonight's event is bottled beverages are free, as many as you like. Popcorn is free, Mickey bars, Mickey sandwiches, and strawberry shorts. Right, if y'all look behind me, there's barely anybody here. I'm on water bottle number 2, so that's another $4 saved. Or I mean, I guess they're paying the ticket, but still. So we are headed to Toy Story Land. We've ridden Star Tours, we rode Rock and Roller Coaster several times, Tower several times, but this is great.
On behalf of all the toys, I'd like to give you a nice, big Andy's Backyard welcome.
So you can stand here like this with nobody around. It's great! Also, I'm using a trash can as my prop, but I do want to point out that we have walked on to Tower of Terror, Rock and Roller Coaster, Star Tours, Midway Mania, Swirling Saucers, and Slinky Dog Dash. All those rides, walk on. So we've ridden them like multiple times back to back. I have to get some food. I'm probably going to regret it because it's almost 11:30, but hey, there's no line. Take a look at that. You know, wants to go to a Walt Disney World park, but doesn't really want to deal with the heavy crowds on top of the long lines for several attractions, including popular attractions. And you can't really justify maybe getting a couple snacks or two multiple times, then the After Hours event are a great opportunity. You don't have to have the daily park admission, because what happens is, for example, Hollywood Studios that night was closing at 8 p.m. With our After Hours park ticket, we were allowed to get into the park starting at 7 p.m. So it was one after before park closed, so we blended in with the regular guests. And, you know, you can do whatever you want. However, the specialty complimentary snacks and beverages were not going to be available until the event officially started, once they've cleared out all of the standard day guests. So what my husband and I did is we decided to go ride Toy Story Midway Mania, because it was the one attraction ride, meaning with the shortest wait. So we went ahead and did that and kind of walked around a little bit until the park started clearing out. Once the fireworks were over, the park really initially cleared out. Once the guests, most majority of those day guests were gone, then they brought out the snacks. So we went ahead and took advantage of riding Alien Swirling Saucers afterwards, and then, because that didn't have a line. Then afterwards, we went ahead and I got my first box of popcorn and my first bottle of water. My husband got a Mickey bar. And then after our snacks, we headed over and rode Rock and Roller Coaster. Guess how many times we rode Rock and Roller Coaster? Back to back. All right. 5 times. 5 times. One of those times we had the entire car to ourselves and we were in the first row. Pretty neat. So since there was not a lot of guest flow, they were saying, sit wherever you want, which was kind of nice. After we rode Rock and Roller Coaster 5 times, we actually got the snacks after Rock and Roller Coaster. Then we went to Tower of Terror. Bonus, both Rock and Roller Coaster and Tower of Terror were not doing the pre-shows, which was great. You just literally walked right to the attraction. Fun bonus again. But then we got to Tower of Terror. One side, they were allowing guests to have their own elevators for themselves. My husband and I have already had that before, so we really didn't care much for it. And then the other side, they were loading, but they weren't loading the elevators fully because there wasn't enough people. So it would be one side, you had maybe a couple or a family of 4, and then it was us on the other side, which was pretty neat, as you may have seen from the little picture that I put up there from our photo pass. So we rode Tower of Terror. I want to say it was probably about 6 times. We probably got every different type of sequencing for the drops. And then we headed over to Star Tours and pretty much walked onto Star Tours. The only downside about Star Tours is the longest we waited because you have to wait for the ride cycle to go through. And they were not running all of the platforms, the bases for the ride. So they were only running 2 gates. So it took a little bit. That one we rode with a full vehicle, but it was fine. We didn't have to like move all the way down. They let us kind of sit in the middle with another group. And after Star Tours, we trailed our way back to Toy Story Land. Now this is where it got real worth it. We didn't do any characters throughout the event because my husband doesn't like to do characters, but I mean, I see them so often because I work at Disney. Ha ha ha. I did not get into this event for free. Disclaimer, I bought a ticket and so did my husband. We were regular guests. But anywho, what was great about it is we got to Toy Story Land and we saw that Slinky Dog was a 5-minute wait. 5 minutes for the newest ride in the park, Slinky Dog. Yeah. So, coolest part is they were also running it at full capacity with 4 Slinky Dog trains. So, it was pretty much, again, another one of those, pick whatever row you want. So, my husband managed to ride 12 times back to back in a given hour with 1 bathroom break in between. I got to ride 10 times back to back in that given hour with 1 bathroom break and snack break in between as well. So we managed to ride in every single row once, and then we repeated, I want to say he repeated a couple rows, obviously because he rode more than me, but I repeated, I think it was row 2 twice. So, hey, it was well worth it at that point. We were like, this is the best thing ever. And then he decided he wanted to ride Tower one more time. I was starting to kind of be done with snacks because I already had another bottle of water at that point, and I kind of wanted some food because I didn't have dinner. So I went ahead and I purchased at Woody's Lunchbox the grilled cheese sandwich that you might have seen earlier in the video with the potato barrels, and it was good. Definitely interesting to say the least because it was 3 different types of cheese. I didn't know what cheese was in it. Didn't bother to ask, but you know what? It curbed my appetite. It was great. And then as I was walking back, the event was 5 minutes to being over. It was almost 11:30. So I'm walking back and I said, oh man, I'm thirsty. I didn't get a drink at Woody Lunchbox, but drinks are free. So I stopped at a cart and I go, I just like 1 bottle of water. The woman goes, are you sure you don't want a Mickey bar? How about an ice cream sandwich? How about a strawberry bar? And I go, no, I'm okay. Thank you so much. Just a bottle of water, which it was really, really nice to see the cast members kind of going the extra mile and really trying to make the best out of the event for everyone. And she ended up giving me 2 bottles of water. She's like, here, are you with somebody? I said, yes, I'm meeting up with my husband. He's on the other side of the park. So she went ahead and gave me another bottle of water for him, which was really sweet. But then on my way over, I started compacting everything. I'm like, oh goodness, I have potato barrels for my husband to eat. I have 2 bottles of water. I really want 1 more Mickey bar. So that's when I had my second Mickey bar of the night. Mickey bars are pretty fattening. So needless to say, I ran the next morning. But anywho, they're delicious. They're my favorite. One of my favorite Disney treats of all time. So yeah, I got the second Mickey bar. He drank his water. I drank my water. And we wrapped up the night. It was fantastic. I highly recommend the Disney After Hours event. It was absolutely phenomenal. It's well worth the ticket price. And it honestly felt as if maybe a couple hundred people were in the park. So everything was pretty dead, as you may have seen in the video. If you have any questions about this event, I'd be more than happy to answer. I mean, I, again, loved it. My husband said he would do it again. So we're looking at doing the Animal Kingdom one fairly soon in the near future. All right. Peace out, YouTube. See you later for our next video.